Hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the 30-day Vinyasa challenge. My name is Linda, and I started this so that I didn't get too chubby during our quarantine, COVID-19 quarantine, but it also lifts the spirits and releases tension and stress. So we're going to get started, coming into a comfortable seat. Closing the eyes, taking a nice deep breath in, and sigh it out. Another deep breath, and sigh. One more time, deep breath in, and sigh it all out. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. 4 times. One more time. Up, forward, and down. 3 more. One more time. Now roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Puff that heart up to the sky. Sit up nice and tall, hands on the knees. And then turn your palms up, facing the sky in a receptive manner. Breathing in through the nose. Out through the nose. And let's bring our hands to heart center, setting an intention for today's practice. And choose something positive, like more health, good health, mental, emotional, and physical health, balance and peace, calm. Let's bring those thumbs to that third eye, taking a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, releasing your hands and that intention up into the universe. Pressing the fingers down to the earth. Leaving the fingers there, tenting your palms up and dropping the chin to the heart. Letting the eyes flutter open gently. And inhale up. And exhale down to the heart. Inhale up. Fingers stay on the earth. And exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's raise those arms up with an inhale. Bring those palms to touch. And roll the wrists on the way down. Letting that chin follow the hands as they raise up with the inhale. And roll those wrists and the chin follows those hands. Let's inhale up to center, press the palms, and then we're going to twist it over to the right, sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back. Inhale through center over to the left. Again, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. Bringing it back to center, palms face forward. We're going to walk it out in front, stretching those fingers away, sitting up, lengthening that spine, and then folding it down. Maybe rocking side to side, just warming up those shoulders, that lower back. And then coming up onto the fingertips, walking those hands to frame that right knee. Lengthen that spine, and fold it down. Coming up onto that right forearm, reach that left arm up and over. Roll that shoulder back behind the ears. Press down into the right palm, float it over to the left. And reach, pressing that right hip down. And floating it back over to the right. Reaching it, hands come back together, press that heart to the earth. And walk it back to center. And behind you, fingers face the bum. Draw the shoulder blades together. Drop that head back gently. Puff that heart up to the sky. And then if you like, you can roll up onto the knees, pressing those hips up and forward. And gazing behind you. And lowering it all down, changing the cross of your legs. Inhale up, and we're going to twist it over to the left. Sitting up super tall. And twisting it through center to the right. Bringing it back to center, palms face forward. We're going to do that forward fold one more time. Coming up onto those fingertips, press the bum back and drop the head between the shoulders. And rock side to side if you like. And walk those hands on the fingertips all the way over to the left. Frame that knee. Lengthen the spine and then fold it down. Releasing the head and the shoulders, no tension there. Coming up onto that left forearm, right arm reaches up and over, bringing that shoulder back behind the ears. Press down into the left palm and float it over to the right. Reaching that left arm over again, the shoulder comes behind the ears. Pressing that left hip down and then floating it over to the left. And reaching, hands come back together. And press that heart down toward the earth. And walking it back to center and behind us. Fingers face the bum, back bend one more time, rolling the shoulder blades together. Dropping that head back. And maybe coming up onto those knees if you like, pressing those hips up and forward. And lowering it all down. Now let's open up that right foot on 45. Inhale up to center. We're going to fold forward, opening those thighs, those hips. Walking it back in. Inhale up. We're going to frame that right knee and reach toward the toes. Lengthen that spine and then fold it in. Drag the hands up the legs. Inhale up to center, pressing the left palm and the right sole. I'm going to roll up onto that left knee for ballerina, so the hips press forward, arms reach back. And then plant that right hand beside your left hand. Roll up onto the ball of the right foot. And then we're going to press up into three-legged dog with that left leg. And then bring that left knee back down by your right wrist and roll it back to center. Change the cross of the legs. Inhale up to center and fold it forward. And walk it in. Inhale up, frame over that left leg and reaching toward those toes. Gaze is forward. Inhale, lengthen, then fold the forehead to the shin. Breathing here. Drag the hands up the legs. Inhale up to center. Press the right palm and the left sole. And we're reaching those hips forward and that arm back. We're going to transition into three-legged dog again. So bringing that left hand inside of the right hand. Roll up onto that left ball of the foot and then pressing that right foot back for three-legged dog. Very nice. Bringing that right knee back to the left wrist and rolling it to the front. Soles of the feet together for cobbler's pose. Roll the shoulders back, press that heart forward, and butterfly the knees. Sitting up nice and tall, and the shoulders are down. Coming to stillness, press that heart forward, bring those elbows back, and roll the spine away. Little seated cat-cow here. And bring it forward, elbows back, and roll the spine. Bring it forward, and roll the spine. We're going to do that one more time. Bringing the heart forward, elbows back, and roll that spine back nice and long. Sit up super tall, heart forward, and we're going to fold down over those ankles if you like. Dropping that head. And rolling it up. Bringing the feet out in front. Giving them a little shake. Windshield wiper the feet. And walk the flesh away from the sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. And reach toward those toes. Forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen that spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, and fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen, and fold. And drag the hands up the legs, bringing the feet nice and wide. We're going to do a forward fold here, reaching up and then walking those hands out in front. Coming down as far as you like. You want to release the lower back and the shoulders and the neck, maybe reaching for those toes. And if your forehead touches the earth, you can roll the forehead back and forth. Planting the hands underneath the shoulders and walking it back up. Bringing those feet behind you and coming into tabletop. Setting your tabletop. Making sure your hips are directly over your knees, hands underneath your shoulders. Curl those toes and sitting back for a child's pose. Stretching those ankles, the Achilles, the toes. Bringing it forward, and we're going to drop those hips to the earth for modified cobra. Nice back bend here, nice stretch. And if this isn't for you, you can bend those elbows and come into cobra. And press it up. Curl the toes back into that child's pose. Stretching the fascia at the bottom of the feet. And bring it forward again, dropping those hips and curl the toes into modified cobra. And back to center. We're going to curl those toes, bring our hands underneath our shoulders and press up into our first down dog. Just walk your dog. Planting one heel and pausing there. And then switching to the other foot, letting your muscles have time to respond. Coming back to center, come up onto those toes, press the shoulders back. And lower the heels down. Up onto the toes, press the shoulders, bend the knees, gaze between the hands for crouching dog. Lift it up and plant the heels. Up onto the toes, crouching dog. Press it up and press those heels one more time. Up onto the toes, crouch that dog. We're going to hop it up between our hands for a forward fold. Bring those feet max distance if you like. Inhale, halfway. Lengthen that spine and fold it down. Bend the knees. Let the arms just hang. Let the head hang. Coming up halfway. Press that crown forward. Lengthen that spine and fold down again. Bending those knees. Grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Just loosening up those hamstrings. That lower back, the hips. Place your hands on top of the feet, bend the knees and drag it up. Roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. Bring the feet back to hips distance and reach it up. Reach it back. Open up the heart and swan dive. Fingertips halfway. Press that crown forward and fold. Bend the knees. Reverse swan all the way up. Reach it back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Taking a nice deep breath. And reach it up and back. And open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold. Reverse that swan all the way up. Reach it back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Here we go. Reach it up. Open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold, stepping back into our plank. And lifting that right foot. Lower that foot and the left foot. Lower it down. Coming into your down dog. Up onto the toes, crouch that dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half. Folding it down, reverse swan. Reach it back. And hands to the heart. Lift it up. Open the heart and swan. Fingertips and fold, stepping back into plank. Right foot up. And then left foot up. Pressing it back to down dog. Coming up onto the toes, crouch the dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half. And fold. Reverse all the way up, reach it. Hands to the heart. You should start feeling warmed up by now. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Reach it up. Open the heart. And swan dive. Fingertips. And fold back to plank. Right foot up. And left foot. Back to down dog. Up onto the toes, crouch it and hop. Forward fold. Halfway. And fold, reverse. Reach it back. Hands to the heart. Nice deep breath. 1 more round, reach it back. Open the heart. And swan dive. Fingertips and fold back to plank. Right foot up. And down left foot. And down, back to down dog. Up onto the toes, bend the knees, hop it up. Forward fold. Bringing it back into ragdoll. Feet nice and wide, halfway lengthen. And fold, halfway, lengthen again. And fold 1 more time, lengthen. And fold, wrap the arms around the back of the knees. Fingers face the heels. Straighten those legs and squeeze yourself in for a nice deep fold. Bend the knees, release the hands on top of the feet, roll it up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Bring those feet back to hips distance, up, back and down. 1 more time. Inhale up. Open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold. We're going to step that right foot back for warrior 1. Coming nice and low. Hips and shoulders are turned forward. And opening up to warrior 2. Sink it even lower. Reversing that warrior. Extend that reverse, reaching toward the back of the room. And coming into side angle. Reaching that right arm up. And extend that right arm forward. Nice long line between your heel and your fingertips. And coming back into reverse warrior. And both hands face forward. Turn up that back heel. And shift your weight over your left foot. Or come into warrior 3, bending both knees and extending all your limbs at the same time. Hands to the heart, knee to the belly, and pressing it down. Nice deep breath. Reach it up. Open the heart and swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold, stepping the left foot back for warrior 1. Reach it up, sink it low. And warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. Extend that right arm to the back of the room. And bringing it into side angle. Reaching that left arm up. And toward the front of the room, extending it. And bringing it back to reverse warrior. Hands face forward, flipping up that back heel. Shifting your weight into your right leg. And coming into warrior 3 here. Knee up to the belly. And plant that foot down, taking a nice deep breath. One more time. Inhale up and swan dive. Fingertips. And fold, stepping the right foot back. Finding your warrior one. Let's go into a back bend here. So bringing it to cactus arms. We're going to back bend. Trying to see the wall behind us. Bringing it back to center. Windmill it down. Walk the hands about 4 inches forward. And coming into standing split, lifting that right leg up. Walking the right fingers back in line with your left toes. Maybe wrapping the left hand behind your ankle. Really extending that right foot up, pressing it up. Dropping the forehead to the shin. Bending that left knee, coming back into warrior one. Good job. Hands come out in front. We're going to come into warrior three again. Flipping up that back heel, tapping your weight, shifting into your left leg, and warrior three. Knee back to the belly, and lower it down. Deep breath. Inhale up. Open that heart, and swan dive. Fingertips halfway, and fold. Stepping the left foot back for warrior one. Taking your time, sticking each landing. We're going to open up to cactus arms and come into that back bend. Bringing it back to center. Bringing those hands out in front. Coming back into warrior three. Knee back to the belly. And lower it down, taking a nice deep breath, maybe a water drink. I'm going to add my towel because it's getting a little slippery. And coming back to the top of our space. Inhale up, reach it back, and swan dive. Fingertips and fold. Hopping back to your plank. And holding plank for 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward, going through your flow, squeezing those elbows in. Coming up into cobra, up dog. And kneading back in down dog. Nice deep breath. 2 resting breaths here. 1 more. Press our shoulders back. Now we're going to cross our right foot over our left. Bend the knees. We're going to turn to the right. Pike our hips up and come into side plank. Really get those hips high. Maybe add your right leg up to the sky. Bringing it all back down. We're going to come into flip dog from here. Reaching that right arm behind you. Flipping it back. 3-legged. And swing it through for high lunge. We're reaching those arms up. That back heel is nice and strong. We're going to fly our warrior. And reach it up. Swing those hands down, palms face the sky, and reach it up. 1 more time. Lifting that belly off the thigh. And we're bringing our hands inside that foot for lizard. And we're going to toggle back and forth on the ball of the foot. Press the palms outside of that foot. And we're going to step back into down dog. Walk that dog. Come up onto those toes. Bend the knees. Hop it up. Forward fold. Halfway. And fold reverse all the way up. Reach it back. Hands to the heart. Deep breath here. And reach it back. Open the heart. And swan dive. Fingertips. And fold, hopping it back to your plank. And holding your plank for 3, 2, 1. Shift forward, going through your flow. And back into down dog. 2 resting breaths. 1 more. And we're going to cross our left foot over our right. Bend the knees, turning to the left. Hiking our hips up. Adding that arm. Really hiking those hips. And maybe adding that left foot. It's a little harder side for me. And returning back. With that foot crossed, we're going to flip our dog. Reaching that left hand forward. And flip it back to 3-legged. Swing it through for high lunge. Adding the arms. Back leg is nice and strong. And flying that warrior. Reaching it up. 1 more time. And reaching it up. Planting the hands inside that left foot. And coming into high lizard. And just rock forward and back. Move the left hand outside of the left foot. And step back into your down dog. Up onto the toes, bend the knees, hop it up. Forward fold. Halfway. And fold, reverse. Reach it back. Hands to the heart. Taking another water break. Nice deep breath here. Reach it up. Open the heart, keep opening, clasp the hands behind your back. Bring those shoulder blades together and press the fingers down toward the earth. And really stretch that heart open. And then swan dive. Fingertips. And fold. Right foot back. Warrior 1. And warrior 2. Wiggle that front foot out. Nice wide stance, reversing that warrior. And coming into side angle. Reaching that right arm above the shoulder. Good. Maybe planting that left hand inside of the left foot. Rolling that shoulder open. And bringing that right arm behind your back if you like. And here if you have a bind, you can bind, reaching underneath that knee. Finding the hand. Rolling that shoulder up. And maybe working into bird of paradise. Tapping up that back foot. Coming up onto your left toes. Keeping your bind and pressing up. Open that heart. And extend that left foot up. Open that heart once you're up there. And lower back down to your side angle. Pressing that palm. And reaching it up. Back inside the foot for high lizard. And this time we're going to drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Press the heart forward and draw those shoulders back. Feel that stretch here in the hip flexors. Nice. And you can come down into low lizard if you like. Bringing those forearms to the earth. And you want to keep your shoulder and your knee close to each other. Maybe curling those back toes. If you have a bind here, you can bind your lizard. Reaching underneath your left knee, wrapping that arm, reaching your hand around on the right, and pressing that heart forward. Pressing the palms, stepping it back, and go through your flow. And back to down dog. Good job, nice deep breath. Walk your dog. Reset your dog up onto the toes, bend the knees, hop it up. Forward fold. Halfway. And fold, reverse that swan all the way up. Reach it back. Hands to the heart. Reach it up. Open that heart, clasp the hands. Open that heart, press the knuckles toward the earth. Nice back bend here. Open the arms and swan dive all the way down. Fingertips. And fold left foot back for warrior one. And coming into warrior two. Reversing that warrior. And let's come into side angle on this side. Maybe bringing that right hand inside of the right foot. And opening that hip. And maybe binding here if you have a bind. Bring the right hand underneath the right knee. Opening that shoulder. And if you're working on bird of paradise, tapping up that left foot. Coming onto your right toes. And pressing up. Open that heart. And point those toes. Nice. Bend that knee, coming back at the side angle. Press that palm. And then bringing it back into high lizard. And rock it back and forth. Now dropping that knee and curling the toes. And pressing the heart forward, draw those shoulder blades together. And really feel that stretch in that left hip, the front, and maybe coming down into full lizard. Keeping that shoulder and the knee next to each other. And curling those back toes. If you have a bind, you can bind your lizard here. Wiggling that right shoulder underneath the right knee. Wrapping your arm around your back. And then bringing your left hand behind. Binding and pressing your heart forward. And releasing, framing the foot. Stepping it back to plank. And going through your flow. Meeting back in down dog. And walking your dog. Raise that right foot up to the sky. Make ankle circles here. Working on that upper body strength and balance. And reversing those circles, just moving the ankle. Coming to stillness, bend that knee. Coming into fire hydrant. Reaching that knee toward the sky. Bend your left knee and coming down into flip dog if you like. And reaching forward. And crunching it down. And going for 6 crunches. Getting that heart rate up. That's 5. And last one, reach it out. Flip it back, 3-legged. Point those toes, and then coming up onto the left toes. Extending that right leg, bending the heel toward your head. Extending it back up, dropping the left heel. And replacing that right foot. Walk the dog. We're reaching that left foot up. And ankle circles here. And reversing those circles. Bending that left knee. Coming into fire hydrant. We're going to flip our dog, bending the right knee, tapping down on the left. Now reaching those hands forward, crunching it for 6. Last one, extend it out, flip it back to 3-legged. Come up onto those right toes and extend that heel toward your head. And extend it back out. Lower the right heel back into down dog. Separate those feet. Walk the hands back to your feet. Bend the knees. Lengthen the spine, forward fold. Maybe wrap the arms around your legs, interweave the fingers, and pull yourself in closer. Halfway, lengthen that spine. Fold it down. Walk the hands back out for down dog. And then we're going to step our right foot a few inches behind our hands. And we need to come up into standing split on this side. So lifting that left leg up, pointing the toes, walking our left fingers back in line with our toes. Really point those left toes. Maybe wrapping your hand around your ankle and lifting that left leg up nice and high. And tapping it down in the back for warrior one. Good job, that completes that series on that side. And windmill the hands down, step that foot up for forward fold. Inhale, half. And fold it down, bend the knees, reverse. Reach it back. And hands to the heart. Now we're going to step sideways on our mat, bringing it into a 5-pointed star. But we want to turn the toes out, coming into a goddess squat. So you want to make sure when you squat that your knees don't go beyond your ankles, so you don't want it to look like this. We're always supporting those joints in yoga. So checking your alignment, turning those heels in, and bringing the hands to cactus arms. So your elbows should be in line with your shoulders, not down like this. Reaching those hands out. Tuck the tailbone forward so you want to engage your core. Good. Let's bring those arms and legs nice and long. Hands together. We're going to press the air away, squat it down, hands back to cactus. Reach it up. Press it away. Arms back to cactus. 2 more times. Squat it down. Arms back to cactus. 1 more time. Reach it up. Press it away. Arms back to cactus. Very nice. Lengthen those legs. Hands on the hips. We're going to turn the toes in, heels out. Coming into a back bend, finding your back pockets. Bend the knees. And then walk the hands down the back of the legs slowly, holding your balance. Go as far as you're comfortable. And then walking them back up. Tuck the chin and gaze forward if you feel a little dizzy. And then hinging at the hips, coming down with a nice flat back. And once your head is hanging, you can place the hands underneath your face. Readjust your feet. If you need to, maybe sway a little bit side to side. And again, your toes are in more than your heels. Press that right palm under your face. And twist open to the left, reaching that left arm up. Maybe wrapping it around your back and finding that front right pocket. And extending it back up and back down onto your face. Press that palm, right hand up. Reaching, extending, and wrapping it around your back, finding that front left pocket. Really roll that heart toward the sky. Unwinding, extend nice and long, bringing the hands back together. Now we're going to turn the right toes out to the side and bend that right knee and coming down into a side lunge here, rolling up onto the left heel, toes face the sky. And wherever you are is fine. I happen to be super flexible, so I have a deep squat, bringing hands to heart center maybe, or you can keep them on the earth. And if you have a bind here, you can bind, wrapping your right arm around the front of your knee. So you bring that shoulder nice and low, bringing your hand behind your back, reaching your left arm up, and maybe finding your fingertips, and rolling that heart toward the sky. Unwinding that bind, pressing the palms, lifting it up, and bringing it to the other side, left toes out, coming up onto that right heel. Hands to heart center if you like, or you can balance on your hands. And maybe wrapping, so bringing that left shoulder nice and low in front of the knee, wrapping around and finding your right fingers. And unwinding that bind, bringing it back to center, turning the toes out again, and then hands on the hips. We're going to come up onto our toes, really pressing that tailbone forward and lower those heels onto the toes and lower the heels. Toes, press it down, toes, press it down. Now we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and lower it all down, roll it down. Bring those toes forward, bend the knees and roll it up. Roll those shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, good job. Now it's time for another water break. Taking a nice drink. Maybe towel off a little bit. And we're going to bring it back to our space at the front of our mat. Hands to heart center. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot, raising that right knee, flexing the toes. For a tree, we're going to press that heel forward, bring that heel back in, bend the left knee, come into warrior 3. Bring the knee back to the belly, hands back to the heart, press that heel forward, warrior 4. Bring it back in, press it back to warrior 3. Back up, warrior 4, press it forward. Back to the belly, warrior 3. Warrior 4. And back to warrior 3. Then bend that knee in the front and back to warrior 1. Good job. Bringing the hands down, freeing that foot, stepping back into plank. And we are going to come into sprints here. So you want to be actually piped halfway between down dog and plank. So you want to be somewhere here. You're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow, left knee to your left elbow, and then you're going to go faster. Going for 10. That's 10. Press it back to down dog. Just getting the heart rate up, coming on to the toes. Bend the knees, hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. And fold it down. Reverse all the way up. Reach it back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good job. Hands to the heart. Switching your weight into your right foot. Left knee up to the belly. Pressing that heel away, warrior 4. Bring it back in and warrior 3. Back to warrior 4. Don't fall over like I almost just did. Pressing it forward. Back to the belly, warrior 3. Again, to the front. And warrior 3. One more time. And warrior 3, bending that front knee, stepping back into warrior 1. Straightening the foot into plank. Plank it back to down dog. And then coming halfway, left knee to the left elbow. Right knee to the right elbow, coming into those sprints again. Going for 10. And back into down dog. Up onto the toes, crouch the dog, hop it up. And forward fold. Halfway. Fold it down. Reverse it all the way up. Reach it back. And hands to the heart. Taking a nice deep breath here. Just checking our heart rate level. Okay. Nice deep breath. Reach it up. And open that heart. Swan dive. And fingertips. And fold, stepping back to your plank. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into down dog. And resting here, coming down onto your knees. Pressing back into a child's pose. Nice deep breath. Pressing back into down dog. Walk that dog. Raising that right foot up to the sky. Fire hydrant here. Extend that leg back to three-legged and bring that knee to your right wrist, coming into pigeon. So you can either have that foot tucked into your hip or bring it out to your left wrist, depending on how deep you want to go. And curl that back foot. Rock back and forth on your hips, level your hips. Walk your hands back. Nice back bend here. And lengthen that lower spine. Folding it forward. And just letting go. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can curl the back toes and press forward. And that's really going to stretch out the outside of your right hip. And you should be feeling this in the whole outside of your hip. Uncurl those toes, walk it back up. We're going to bend our left arm parallel with our right knee and reaching that right arm up and around the back, maybe tucking the foot, the left foot or right foot a little closer to your hip and reaching for those toes. Nice spinal twist here. And release, bending that back knee if you like, reaching for the ankle and drawing that heel to your bum. This is a great stretch for that quad. And make sure you don't have your shoulder up to your ear. Bring it down and roll it open toward the sky, heart toward the sky. And release that foot. Press the palms. Curl the back toes, and we're going to lift up into three-legged dog, just like we got into it. Extend that foot up. And lower it down. Left foot up. Fire hydrant on this side. And extend three-legged. And bringing that knee to your left wrist and ankle toward your right wrist. Just sliding that right foot back. Trying to adjust it to center. Making sure your ankle is straight. You don't want it cocked to the side, one side or the other. Walking your hands back towards your hips. Bring your shoulder blades together. Puff that heart up. Nice little back bend here. And then walk the hands out. Lift up. Lengthen that spine. Fold it down. Breathing into this. Maybe rocking side to side. Getting those hips nice and level. If you want to go a little deeper, curling those back toes and pressing forward. And uncurling those toes, we're going to bring our right arm parallel to our left knee. So the hand is at the knee. We're going to open up that left arm, wrap it around the back, and maybe find our left toes. And again, you're opening that shoulder and the heart toward the sky. And releasing, bending that back knee, grabbing for the ankle, and drawing that heel toward the bum. And again, the heart is toward the sky. Shoulders down and back. And releasing that foot. Planting the palms. Curling the back toes, coming back into three-legged dog. And lowering that foot. Walking your feet up between the hands. And we're going to take a seat. Bringing our shins in nice and close, hugging them in. Sitting up nice and tall, wiggling that heart forward. Reaching the arms out. Plug those shoulders in. And rock back onto your sits bones. Lift those feet if you like. We're coming into boat. You can extend whatever version of boat you like. And shaky is okay. Our heart rate is really high right now. Maybe bring it back in. Maybe do some crunches. And lower it all down. Let it go once you get there. Taking a nice deep breath. And sigh it out. We're going to come into a cool down now. First doing a few back bends. Nice counter stretches for our back. Another deep breath. And let it go with a sigh. Wiggle those shoulders down, away from the ears. Bring those heels into your bum. We're going to press up into bridge. Lifting those hips up. Engaging the core. Squeezing the knees toward each other, that they don't touch. Lower down one vertebrae at a time. Lift it back up. Squeeze those glutes. And lower it all down. Now is the time for yogi's choice. So if you have an inversion of choice, you can take that now. You could take tripod, headstand, handstand, forearm balance. If you want to do a shoulder stand, waterfall, if you feel like being a little gentle with yourself today, that's lifting the legs up and having the ankles over the hips. I might take a shoulder stand today. You can also wheel, that's getting your, not quite getting your feet above your head, but I'm going to roll it up for a shoulder stand. Just getting that circulation back to where it started. And if you're upside down, you can scissor your legs. You can bicycle, whatever feels good. Bend those knees. Bring it back down to the earth. Knees into the belly, giving yourself a nice big hug, rocking side to side. Bringing the feet together, clasp the hands around the feet. We're going to draw the feet toward the pelvis and press the knees away. Bringing those shoulders really far away from the ears, wiggle them down. And this is a nice stretch, bring those arms nice and long. And we're stretching the top of their shoulders, the back of the neck, between the shoulder blades and the top of our middle back. And release, bringing it into happy baby, reaching for the inside arches, opening those feet so they're above the knees, drawing the knees toward the earth, shoulders are down. And relax, maybe rocking it side to side. Adding a little smile. Bringing that heart rate back to normal. And then open those legs if you like, reaching for the heels, and you can bring those toes toward the earth. And we're going to come into reclining fire log. So we're going to bring our right heel to the inside of our left knee, and then fold our left foot over the right knee, maybe wrapping our arms around and hugging it in. This is a great stretch for the outside of that hip. Maybe rocking side to side. Now we're going to release that and reverse direction. So opening the right foot, bringing the left knee inside, the left ankle inside of the right knee, and folding the right foot down over the left knee, hugging it in, and maybe rocking. And releasing, bringing those knees into the belly. Another big hug here. Just checking our time. Airplane those arms out and bring those knees carefully over to that right elbow. Gaze is to the left, and you can bring your right hand on top of your left thigh, encouraging a little deeper twist here. And pressing the palms, bringing it back through center and over to the left. And gaze to the right again, maybe bringing that left hand on top of that right thigh. Getting a nice deep twist. And press the palm, bringing it back to center. Another big hug. And dropping those soles of the feet together at the base of the spine. Knees fall out to the side. Press the palms inside those thighs, just opening those hips a little bit more. Releasing tension in our hips helps to release all of the stress that we hold there, all of our emotions. Just getting rid of all those toxins, emotional toxins. Maybe bringing those hands above the head, clasping opposite elbows, and just releasing, letting go. It's the full surrender pose, taking a nice deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another deep breath. And sigh. One more time, deep breath in. And sigh it out. Extend your legs nice and long on your mat. Bringing your feet nice and wide, letting those toes fall out to the side. Wiggling into a comfortable position, hands down by your side, palms facing up. In a receptive manner, if you need to feel grounded today, palms touch the earth. Closing the eyes. Taking a nice deep breath in. And just letting everything go. This is where you're going to take yourself into a beautiful and peaceful Savasana. Breathing in and breathing out. You have nowhere else to be and nothing else to do but to take care of yourself. And breathe and be. Thank you for joining me today. The divine light in me sees, honors, and bows to that same divine light in each of you. And I'll meet you next time, tomorrow for day 3. Namaste.